My name is Evan Crochet. I'm a senior television and film major at Hofstra, and I'm currently in post-production on my senior thesis documentary, 90 Miles South. And also, since I'm Cuban, I went back to rediscover my heritage and where my family came from. I have an innate desire to get out of the country and also kind of find my roots, I guess. Who am I? I know I'm not Caucasian, but what am I? And I never really got to know anything about my Cuban heritage because everything was kind of kept from us. One of my family has been back to Cuba in about 60 or so years, so it was a big deal when I went because anyone that went back to Cuba didn't come back.
In the plane sitting and thinking that you're never ever gonna see your country back again. I remember look at the window.
Really cool experience to see a place that not even my mother or grandmother have seen since they were wicked young. It was like I was transported immediately into a completely different universe. It was just everything was stuck in the 1950s and 60s, and all these crazy old cars on the road, and it was super nice, and the hotels were, people were super friendly, but the rooms that we were staying in were interesting. So while I think a lot of Americans are very complacent with a lot of things in their lives, Cubans, for instance, have a very innate desire to get excited about things and be passionate and be excited because, great things don't happen as often to them. So I would say ashamed of my heritage just because I didn't understand it. And so when I was a kid, I would always think it was weird that my one side of my family spoke Spanish and the other side didn't at all. So it was just I felt like my English side kind of hidden to me that it was not right, it was wrong for to not be American or not be white or whatever. So I would always I never felt I could fit in with the Hispanic kids because I don't personally speak Spanish very well. So it was just going down there really taught me to embrace who you are as a human being and find your identity and totally just go for it and don't give a crap what other people say. Well, I was down there for 3 weeks, so I knew the documentary, I wanted it to be mostly chronological of events and things that I saw and things that I experienced. So I did a lot of vlogging while I was down there, but every single day we had super stringent itinerary where we had to go do stuff. So I would just bring my camera everywhere I went and shoot it as it happened, and I would want others to take away that they need to be proud of who they are and where they came from. We're all global citizens, but at the same time people tend to get caught up in the ideas of it's us versus them, which it has been between the United States and Cuba. It's communism versus capitalism and bullshit like that, but we need to remember that we're all human beings, and because we're human beings, we all realize that life is very not permanent. So you can't waste your time being angry, or you can't waste your time not doing what you want to do. So this is my way of saying, go out there and experience this world because you're not going to be here that long. There's so many crazy things to see.